What's up, people? You just joining me. Thank you for joining me as always. I appreciate the support. Even though it's a small amount of people, we always hope for it to get larger, but we're not here for this for the I don't want to say we're not here for followers. We're not here just to build followers. There's there's so much going on, and uh, just give me a second. Just give me a second. I just watched the Pamela Bondi video, or her confession to Congress, or whatever she was doing on Congress, and it pissed me off. Pissed me off something serious because all the stuff going on and the way she reacted, I wouldn't even care what her answers were. If she said what she said, it looks suspect already. But this woman insulted us, insulted all of us by not just how she reacted as an American citizen, saying, "I don't have to answer that. You're on Congress. You better answer that." And let's keep it 1,000. You're lucky you're in America. Any other country, you'd have been killed just for responding the way you did. So thank God we live in America. This is true. Hold on a second. I'm a gamer. Let's get that together. I'm a gamer. I'm not huge into sports, even though I know sports. I watch it. I do enjoy it sometimes, but I know the game they play too. And let me put this video up. I know the game they play too. The way she treated the people that were hurt, and I know you guys are probably thinking I'm talking about Congress and stuff like that, but she disrespected the victims of that man. I'm not going to say his name in this video, but she really disrespected those victims by saying, "I'm not going to apologize. I don't have to answer that. We did nothing wrong." Even if she was to say, "We thought we were doing something right," something she didn't say, she just was like, "We didn't do anything wrong." That's one. Two, the thing she's, and I'm going into not just those victims, but the victims I'm talking about are also victims in Minnesota, also the victims um, of ICE, a lot of other victims, and victims that didn't do anything wrong. They did what you were taught to do as an American, and I have an issue with that. You were taught as an American, hey, if these illegals aren't here, we should kick them out. But you know how many of those illegals are fighting to get their passports and not passports, sorry, visas, and they're trying to actually become American citizens. Those are the people you're kicking out. You're not as much as like we're kicking out gang members. Even the guy from I forget what state he was representing, but he said, yes, you did. We did get rid of a lot of gang members. He's like, but they weren't immigrants. They were actual gang members who were kidnapping children. And he said it. They were kidnapping children. Meaning you probably have these gang members doing your work for you. So they opened up a whole nother can of worms with that they don't want to admit. They're talking about ICE, and some people might be like, well, I think you took that a wrong way. No, I didn't take that a wrong way. If you know what's going on, this connection, these gangs are caught up in that stuff. I'm not going to talk about what, we on a gaming channel. But a lot of those gang members are caught up with the politics. What up, Tony? What up? I know you watching. As an American citizen, and this is why this is pissing me off, can you at least admit it? admit what you guys are doing wrong. Just admit it. And it's the problem. Nobody wants to take accountability. Just admit you guys are wrong. What ammo do I need for this? And then they had the nerve to say some things up there. So give me a second. This woman said, I do not have to apologize to the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. You're right. You don't personally have to apologize for them. All of us as Americans have to apologize to them. Because they said truthful things and nobody listened. So when that woman was up there and said, I don't have to apologize to them, I was like, oh, she's tripping. These women have been saying this for years. These men have been saying this for years. Your government has been saying this for years. And Pamela Bondi had the balls to get up there and say, I don't need to apologize. So all the ICE stuff going on and everything, Obama was the #1 president that got rid of the most illegal immigrants of all time. So you don't have to say, I'm sorry, because you guys just completely destroyed everything. You got ICE in cities and states killing people. They're not immigrants. So what are we doing? If we have a country that is sitting here watching this woman insult us to our face, and these congressmen are up there, they were grilling her, and then laughing and tee-heeing with the Republican congressman, like, look at all the stuff we did. Oh, you're going to help immigration? Yeah, we'll give them a little bit of money. You're going to help these Native Americans? You're going to help these indigenous Americans? Are you going to help the people whose land you've already taken? Sorry if it sounds like a political rant. I'm not trying to come off as a political rant, but that pissed me off so much that it's like, why do I even work? Why do I go to work? I'm not at work right now. Screw them. But why do I go to work every day to help and pay for things that other people, like, we're supposed to even out this country. I know I hate giving up taxes, but your taxes are supposed to go to people that need it more than us, or our money goes into our infrastructure, or our money goes into the community development. Like, that's part of infrastructure, but also the social side of it. Like, what the fuck? But you had the balls to say, yeah, they took money. They took money. And then blink, like, when she said it. It's like, wait. So you gave other countries money. And these other countries might be connected with you know who. But you had no problem giving that up. And then can, with a straight face, say, I don't think we did anything wrong. I'm sorry, I'm looking for my stuff while I'm trying to talk. Like, that pissed me off so much. And then she got mad. That was the part that was crazy too. How you get mad that they're asking you these questions? America is we were already fucked. This game is what America is going to be. We are going to be raiding soon. We are getting prepared. And it's not because we don't stand up as a country. It's that I think as a country, we're so divided that we can't stand up together. We can't. I'm sorry if I'm talking a little bit about politics, but I'm really heated right now. And I know I'm a gamer. We're here to have fun and play video games. But I can't look at I'm doing what I'm preparing myself at this point. Like, it's hitting nerves with me. Like, I can't enjoy anything without realizing what's going on. That was my cat. And then we all know the elitists, we all know the system, but that's the thing, we all know. We all know. And within this conspiracy theorist, who I technically was, whatever you want to call it, I knew about this stuff. And everybody thought I was crazy. It's cool. It's cool now to know about this stuff, but what are you going to do about it? It was different when everybody thought, oh, this dude's a conspiracy theorist. He's just on his own little, thing. But now everybody's like, no, it's all real. So what are you going to do about it? I couldn't do anything about it because I thought I was crazy. Y'all used to think I was making shit up. Oh, you watch too much television. Like, no. I was like, this stuff. While I play this game, honestly, I'm glad I don't have much equipment. Hold on a second. You know what? Let's do this. I don't have much equipment, Adam. You see how I don't have much equipment? We gonna be running around talking Viva la America the whole time. If anybody picks up on me, I don't give a fuck if they shoot me. Long live America. I'm on this shit by myself. I hope y'all listening. I hope everybody, even in Arc Raiders, is listening. Like, if you hear me running by, it's me saying, yo, America's fucked. That's where we are right now. So we're going to talk a little bit about how screwed up Pam Bondi is and how much she literally just insulted America on Capitol Hill. Pam Bondi. No problem, man. You know what it is. Just throw me whatever. We'll play this game together. She just wait. I've heard her beeping. Yep, I hear her beeping. Let me get out of here real fast. I want to get shot. All right. Ooh. Let's see. What's in here? All right. If you don't know, and the people who just joined me, what's up, Silverhound? I'm here. I'm not here to kill anybody, but Pam Bondi's a bitch. Yo, this woman really went up there, refused to apologize to the victims of Epstein, insulted the people of ICE, or the people that were murdered by ICE. They were Americans, and even they pointed out, like, you didn't kill any immigrants, you killed Americans. What was this about? We were fine. The guy was like, we had people in place. Obama was the #1 president to deport people in time. He has tons of statements about him deporting people, tons of videos about him deporting people, and therefore we kind of had that under control. You've added people that have now killed Americans, caused war. I know it sounds like a political rant, but pay attention to this. And this is why I get super mad. And it's all pushed back to one man. A man that they claim is dead and is not dead and is running this country from the background with his friends and family. All of it traces back to one man. And the reason I hate that man probably more than anything is he's the reason for microtransactions. This man, he created, he did all the SA and CP and all that stuff. But then he cracked into video games. He cracked into the one thing I do to get away from that stuff. I know he got kicked off Xbox Live. Who knows what he did with that? But man, this man is infecting our lives. You hear about what they trying to do to police officers? And that was brought up on Congress and on Capitol Hill in front of Pam Bondi too. She was talking about they were giving them deals, getting rid of their college, their loans and stuff. And the guy was like, "You're giving them like $50,000 to sign up to be a member of ICE." Straight up. Straight up. I know he's above me. Fuck you. Okay. Where was it? Alright, get out of here. Okay. So, this man did that. He did all the stuff, predatory stuff. He's probably infected, I'm pretty sure he infected our music, our television, everything we watch, because he works with those companies and helps pay those, I'm not going to say debts, I'm not going to say all that, but stuff we know about. This man has infected our lives. And for somebody to sit up there and then kind of claim, I don't see he did anything wrong. The one guy said, there's nothing wrong with partying with this guy. You just You know, don't do those things with that guy. I'm like, well, what is partying with this guy? I want to say, but I can't because obviously I don't want to get in trouble on YouTube. But there's some words that you know I'm saying. And to let this go, to be like, oh, we got to deal with the immigrants more than anything else. What are you talking about? Your people are killing more regular people than immigrants. You're not killing no immigrants. What are you talking about? So that pissed me off so much that you care so little about Americans and what Americans want and what we asked for. I get it. We asked for to get rid of immigrants. But guess what? That's been getting done since, Obama. Let's keep it real. Pandemics, staging all of it. All of it. He's infected our lives. And for us to, did you see what they did in, it's a country, they went nuts when they found out about the Epstein files. Why? Because their prime minister was in it. It was like, we're being ran by this guy? What the fuck? Like, and then we bring them to Congress and this lady takes it as like a fucking joke? Like, well, you know, it is what it is, kind of. Like, no, the fuck you talking about? If anything, this is more important because everything we're doing right now is because of this guy. ICE thing, Black Lives Matter, our fucking poverty system. He tried to kill off poor people. The hell? He's a mad scientist. And we're just letting this go like it's not that important. And then they're going to go, well, oh, it's connected with you know who, like the top red orange guy. And I'm like, yeah, but he's, as much as he knows, they think he's dead. That man is not dead. They think we're fucking dumb. And that's why I'm so mad. Like, I've been dealing with conspiracy theories since a child. But for a conspiracy theory to be actually factually backed up with paperwork, documentation, all those things, and then we're going to be like, oh, well, you were right. I don't even want to be right anymore. Like, yo, just, if you're going to govern. Man, oh, man. This world is fucked, and we live in it. Only thing I can say is, y'all better find God, because they've just proved they can do whatever they want. They proved they can take whatever they want. They proved all of it. And she sat up there and insulted us, and we're not even done. We got multiple people. Even before the paperwork came out, Kash Patel, the guy with the FBI, or whatever he's in, the CIA, he insulted us. He couldn't answer a simple fucking question. Bro. So man, let me get out of here. Let me get that thing and get out of here. They won't keep coming. Ain't nothing really out here right now. Fucking, it's, man. Okay, so it might seem like I'm one of those people who's just talking rant. Let me tell you my story. And I'm glad Adam is here. Shouts out to Adam. That's my little cousin. He knows my life. He will vouch for everything I'm about to say. Since probably 9/11, I have been deep into conspiracy theories. And I've been studying, I guess would be the word, because I was here before, you know, oh, somebody opened it up already. I was here really looking at this stuff before YouTube. I was one of those kids who, in high school, I bought in a tape. Mind you, I'm older. It was 2003. I bought in a tape about the truth about 9/11 and how it was a setup and all that stuff. And I watched that show. People, or not a newscaster, a radio caster, who did like AM radio, who was like really into that stuff. He might be dead now, for real. But he was really into that stuff. So I watched it and it made sense. It like all of it made sense. Like some real shit. It was some crazy stuff, but it made sense. It was what it was. But I was looking into it myself. Like I became one of those people who's like, all right, I looked into it myself and I found a lot of stuff. And a lot of stuff I don't really want to get into. It's it's fine because 9/11, you know. But through then I started, looking into a lot of stuff. And then I remember like George Bush losing to John Kerry. And I looked into John Kerry and I was like, oh, this is a setup. Just a lot of stuff before it just came out. So as far as conspiracy theories, I'm probably one of the last originals, if that makes sense. Like I before YouTube, before like true internet sleuth, I would go and read books. I would go to the library and just not look up conspiracy theories and stuff, but just look up people, just study people, like the John Kerry, Heinz ketchup, like shit is very well known, and I would just connect dots. So through all that time, I'll connect dots. I'll even just connect dots about celebrities. I've been connected those dots. My friends will tell you about that. It's about like 2009. I can't even say 20s. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff I used to really dig deep into. And with that, I ended up stumbling across just information. Not going to say all of it, but a lot of information that I stumbled across didn't have to do with politics. It actually had to do with slavery. I started studying about slavery and ancestries and things like that. And following slavery and doing ancestry studies and things like that, you can see how I stumbled into a whole nother world. Um, so I'm not a conspiracy theorist based off of the internet or technically, YouTube and stuff like that, even though I do watch it a lot now. But back in the day, I would just be studying ancestry, where I came from, like studying Virginia, learned that Virginia was a plantation. The whole country was literally a Walmart ran by the British, and we might still be under some form of British law. Go look up Walt Disney for that. But I know, it sounds like it's all over the place. It's not. I really, I really like got into that stuff. So when you can hear how I could slip into other worlds and things like that, and learn from different places, politics, how politics affected things, how politics run things, and then start learning who's really running things. And I've studied this. It's become a kind of a, I want to say curse. I hate the word curse. It's become kind of a curse because I don't find enjoyment in anything anymore.
Can I help you?
And I don't mean that as a bad way. Like, I like doing stuff. That's different. I don't find the maximum enjoyment is the form of what I'm saying. Hold on a second. Wife is calling me.
There's only a few spots.
I'll tell you the whole story in a second.
The rest
Hello?
has to do with grow lights.
I'm streaming right now.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm streaming. I'll call you right back.
Oh no. Sade said to call her.
I'll call her in a little bit. Is she free in a minute?
She's
Please hold your thoughts. I'm not done. Give me a second. I just have to make a phone call. Huh. My headphones died. Give me a second. All right, so where was I? There we go. I was a conspiracy kid. I'm not gonna get into how I really knew stuff, but you get my drift. I would read and do a lot of research. Do all that. I found out about the stuff we're talking about now with this chick is talking about. Oh, she gets freaking Pamela Bondi. But yeah, I did a lot of research and all this stuff that they're talking about. Yada yada yada. So I've slipped into the place of finding out information before YouTube, before just all of it, and it always creeped me out. It always was like, well, I see they're running the world, they're doing what they want to do. These politicians are just who they are, blah 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 blah. As long as nobody knows, nobody will say anything. It's just what it is, friends and being friends, and we get that. But it's different when now that we've come out. And just she's up there on Congress like, yeah, well, you guys keep bringing that up. That's not a big deal. What do you mean it's not a big deal? We now know all this stuff is real. So why is nobody arrested? Why is nobody going to jail? Why are we redacting the names of the victimizers and just letting the victims' names be read? Why is all the stuff that, as much as I'm saying of conspiracy theory, all the things that I've actually read before AI, even before probably how deep we've gone into streaming and social media, I've read this stuff. This stuff was not hidden. This is like the Diddy stuff. This is like the R. Kelly stuff. This is not hidden. So why is this still going on? Why, like, again, it'd be different if, okay, well, we got to prove it. We proved it. We have now proved it. And when they go, well, not all those files are real, it's over 1 million. Even if only 1,000 are real, even if only 50 are real, it doesn't matter. We have more than enough proof that this stuff is real. And I'm sitting here watching this lady on Congress disrespect us, and we all know the truth. They're telling her you're a liar. She should be put in court. Or I want to say jail, but she has to follow her own trial. We're America. But if you're lying on stand, we have to prove you're lying on stand. All this stuff says that this happened. Why is she when nobody else wants to be held accountable? Why are you allowing COVID? Why is Bill Gates, the guy who's supposed to be giving us vaccines, also caught up calling you know who, asking them, hey, what do you think I should get to drug my wife so she doesn't know that she's getting it? I thought you were the guy who's giving us vaccines and you don't know how to get rid of gonorrhea? Bro. It don't make sense. That's what I'm like. That's the deeper stuff nobody's talking about. Like, wait. He's the guy who pushed COVID vaccines, and he's the guy who said we know what we're doing and we're researching and we're studying, and us and Dr. Fauci, we all know we got it, but you don't know how to get rid of gonorrhea? Bro, these are the little facts that nobody's paying attention to. And that's what's pissing me off. Again, that's why I said I study, I research, I start figuring stuff out. It's the stuff that you're hearing that some people are like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Yeah, I already knew that. What is this part? That's what I'm looking at. What? Population control. Remember we wanted to block out the sun? Remember all of that? Talking about eating people, and people are like, I don't know about that. What do you mean? We watch movies about that all the time. Where are they getting this information? Where they're writing the movies? Then you look at who's the people writing the movies. It's freaking Brett Ratner, and they're all the freaking elite coupled up capacity, or you know what I'm trying to get at with this. They're all in it. Yo, I think I lost it when I was like, yo, Emmy Rossum is in it from Shameless. She was chilling with them since she was 18 years old. And it's not allegedly. There's documentation. She was signed with Geffen Records. You know what Geffen Records is? If you don't know, look up Brock Pierce. You don't know, I'll drop names all day. I don't even care because it's in the file. It's no longer me just saying things. They can't hit me for allegedly slander. It's right there. This is why I'm mad. Like, it's not false. Even if you wanted to defend yourself, cool, come defend yourself. But you gotta answer to some of this shit. Yo, what is going on in America? Are we that blind? Are we that caught up in our celebritism? Are you guys worshiping? That Jeffrey Epstein was. He has his own private Kaaba. Surprised the Muslims aren't ready to burn the shit down. Like I'm looking like it's past just a man doing bad stuff. Can we all agree on that? I'm gonna walk around Arc Raiders like this is about to be my life. Let me see what I can find. I got some assorted seeds. Ooh, let me get that module. Somebody have to build me a gun in the future. Shh, this is getting hectic out here. Like, this is what's going on. I'm not comfortable with it. I don't like that I have to go to work every day knowing that my taxes have gone to these people that can hurt them. Yeah, and his bank account was called Bob. He knew what he was doing. He admitted basically to being the devil. He knew what he was doing. So it's different now that it's come out. That's one thing. Last week, I was up in arms. I'm like, let's see what happens. But I just watched this lady at Capitol Hill insult all the Americans, say, I'm not going to apologize to no victims because I felt like I didn't do anything. What do you mean? Even if you weren't part of the Epstein part, you released the files and redacted the victimizers and not the victims. I know who the victims are. That's how I was able to tell you who some of them were just now. It's jacked up that we are going through that. Yeah, of course he does. He's probably been to the other side, bro. I just told you he has a freaking altar on top of his house, or on top of his private island. And then on top of him having a house on top of his private island, he might have committed all his heinous acts in that place. They're starting to think that's where he did his worship. If you get my drift. Yeah. This shit makes me so sick. It makes me sick, man. Like, it's in every fucking area. That's the part that, like, damn. Like, R. Kelly, man, he was a child predator. He messed up Aaliyah. I can't listen to his music anymore. Man, that dude is messed up. But I'm like, I can move on. Messed up music. Puffy, messed up music. Hold up, I'm in here. I'm just gonna keep extracting while I'm talking. This man messed up everything. I already couldn't look at movies the same, but I really can't look at movies the same. I can't look at freaking, can't listen to music, because obviously Jay-Z is cut. Jay-Z is canceled. Beyonce is a question. I think she should be canceled. Rihanna, you canceled. A$AP Rocky, you canceled. Bro, Call of Duty, you canceled. Call of Duty is canceled until further notice. Freaking... Bro. Emmy Rossum, canceled, can't watch Shameless. I mean, I can kind of go for days. And you can't go, you gotta separate the art from the person. I can't, because even when I separate the art from the person, I realize who made the freaking art. Who might have had a hand in making the art. I'm not gonna say he made it. But the people he mixed with, yeah. Yeah. This is crazy. I can't like look at anything really the same anymore. And I already was on, told you I was already on this conspiracy trip, but some of it was still a conspiracy trip. There was no confirmation to a lot of it. I'd be like, man, and even with Call of Duty, I'd be like, I'm not playing it just because of the microtransactions. Now I know who helped create the microtransactions. Yeah. Yeah. Tell them, get them out of here. Talking about these talking about these video game companies, talking about, I can't make a game anymore. He's gonna hit $100. Game is about to hit $100. You know who said game is about to hit $100? I'm playing a $40 game and it's better than a AAA game. Expedition 33 better than a AAA game. What's the one that Schedule 1 better than a AAA game? All those games are better than a AAA game, and they're not $100. So we know who might have a hand in manipulating that, and then we found out about Rockstar. I'm sitting here like I want to play GTA 6, but damn, who am I supporting here? They're hurting, like severely hurt. Bro. So, excuse me. What's the story yet? A little bit more about me on this one. So, I would look up the conspiracy theory stuff. I used to really be into that stuff. Like, before, like, if you just joined me before the internet, I'm just relaying that. And then to some of the things that happen with politics, I watched the Boondocks. Let's get into that. The Boondocks is the realest show I've ever seen. It's the realest show I've ever seen. The only thing probably realer than the Boondocks might be like, honestly, I don't even know. I think it is. In levels of everything they said was facts. Maybe the Chappelle Show, but I'm feeling some type of way about Chappelle right now. But how I'm looking at it, he's probably like, they all caught up in it. Why am I getting the heat for it? Which he might be right. Full size shit. Yo. Bro. Give me a second. So, yeah, but the Boondocks, the real stuff I ever seen. They did the Obama episode, and I felt some type of way. But when Obama won as president in 2006, I actually was out there basically helping people vote. So I had people voting for Obama. That's another reason I look deep into this stuff now, because I realized that I was out there doing stuff to help politicians. Because even at the time, it's an air freshener. Even at the time, I looked at politics as like, somebody's got to win. I'd rather be the guy who doesn't have dementia. That's how I felt at the time. So yeah, I actually get out there. So we don't hit women in my house. Pass me my long swords. Pass me my long sword, ho. If you know where that's from, you are a man of culture. Anyway.
Some people think I just have that saved up for you.
So, yeah, I pushed for Obama to be president. I actually was out there. I was knocking on doors. I did the whole nine. I went out in the middle of nowhere. Yes. Just you know where that's from. You're a man of culture. Anyway. So, yeah, I would be out there. I would help I guess it is help politicians, but I would want people to vote because I believe in your vote. Your vote should matter. Even if you don't think your vote does matter, I feel like the mindset of a person should be that our vote does matter. It's just a mindset. You feel like we are the society we are because we vote. That's just how we all come together. That's how we all... I don't want to say it'd be one side or the other, but we all kind of get our opinions and things out till it gets to a maximum point where it does become one side or the other, which is a problem. But at the same time, we have to do things like that. But now, I would say probably 2016, maybe before 2016, probably the second election with Obama, I was like, I don't think your vote matters. Because I realized who they were in bed with. And a lot of people will be like, oh, I don't think my vote matters because they don't care about our votes. No, they care about your votes. They have a census. They want to see who you are and what you're doing. But they don't care about your vote because they've already selected who they want in the place. And there's always an A or a B. It's never a C side. And they'll say, oh, well, the Democratic election or party, that's how we vote for the Democrat, Republican, that's how they vote for Republicans, all that bullish. That's a load of crock. Because if that was the case, Bernie Sanders would have been running instead of Hillary. He won the popular electoral vote for that part. So he should have won anyway. And even the popular vote, the electoral vote, doesn't matter because you have to look what your electoral college is. Again, going back to slavery. Remember, I learned a lot of stuff learning about slavery. And slavery is not what you think it was. That's a story for another time, if you ever want to go deep into that. But because of that, I learned that we, as a people, don't actually have a voice unless we make ourselves heard. And we have to band together to make ourselves heard, not through paperwork, not through... and don't get me wrong, people are like, oh, you talking about uprising. No. See how I'm playing a video game right now? See how we're all communicating and we can all connect to people right now? This is not like no underground stuff. When we're in the game, we can literally all band together and create stuff in the game that shows how we feel. And I've seen it done. You've seen it done. If you're a gamer, you've seen it done. And this is how we have to learn to do things. We're going to have to excel outside of the media. Like, we can't be doing everything on social media anymore. And because it's not even just they're watching everything. We don't think they're not watching everything, because they are. But it's what they can use. They can't use everything they're watching. Why? Because sometimes everything they're watching is not necessarily in place they want it to be. It's not properly, put together. If you get my drift, I can't say every word I'm trying to say right now. But it's just the idea we band together. If you were to play Call of Duty and all of us just stop shooting each other and use knives or something, they would probably be like, what happened to our game? Be like, oh, well, everybody's into knifing each other. They make a whole game about knifing. Everybody gets in a knifing game and be like, we just start boxing each other. And you'd be like, oh, well, everybody's into boxing. Everybody start boxing each other. And then everybody's like, you know what, I don't even want to hit you. I just want to sit to yeah, I know what I heard about Discord. Not gonna get all into that, but yeah, I Discord, all the social media, any form of media at this point. Oh shit, I hear him. I know he's behind me. Let me duck real fast. I'm not trying to play a fool. But all forms, and then you get to the boxing part. You go, we just gonna sit in a circle. And I think even in this game, if I had the guitar, what if we all just made a band in the game and everybody just stopped shooting, doing everything, and just start making bands, and whenever we see robots, we just kill robots. And we just prove a point like, fuck AI. Like, our whole point is fuck robots and fuck AI. Like, what if we all did that in our careers? We just created a band. Somebody gets the flute, somebody gets the guitar, we just sitting here, and the whole point of the game is you're just playing music. Every time a robot fucks up the vibe, we just snap. Like, you get it? And we get a message, and this is the only thing I can think of right now. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, the government is fucking us right now. That Pam Bondi thing really pissed me off. And again, everybody was dropping in. I know y'all just looking for our graders. Go look up what the bitch said. Like, go look that shit up. Oh my God. Put it like this. This is how I look at what she said. And I'm going to say this right now. If it was a man who said that, they would have held him in contempt of court. Fuck Pam Bondi. Fuck Pam Bondi. If you guys are walking by me in this game, fuck her. Well, I need that cat bed. I actually need that cat bed. Don't put that in my fucking... Safe pocket. Go look up what she did. There was a man who said that he'd have been held in contempt. If it was a black man who said that, he would have already been like, yo, you're going to be put in a jail cell. Who are you talking? You cannot talk to these people the way you're talking to us. We were putting you on court. Like, I'm serious. If just any man said that. If Donald Trump said that, they'd have been like, we gag him, stop interrupting us. Like, that's what I mean. I'm like, yo, you are getting away with this because you are a white woman with blonde hair right now. Like, seriously. Oh, that pissed me off. Okay, so back to the backstory. So then 9/11 happened. That's another thing. I talked about that. I talked about all the stuff that basically opened up the gateway to everything we're seeing now. The files, technically conspiracy theories, all that stuff. But then they come this far and then talk about the demonic stuff they were doing. Now we've opened another portal, literally, because we're going to talk about popes. Didn't somebody stay with one of them popes? I think you should go look that up. Also, didn't a couple people overseas go to school I know some people that went to school with them. The Prime Minister of Israel. He's a good guy, I heard. A couple people went to school with him. I live in Philadelphia. I heard he went over and showed him. Yeah. You get my drift. Oh, can anybody hear me? Every time I pass a radar, see somebody pop up. I don't care if you guys won't even shoot me. I ain't got shit. Wait, my cat bed? Yeah, my cat bed is in the safe pocket. Fuck Pam Bondi. Oh. Oh, what the hell? That was a lag like a motherfucker. What the fuck? I'll take it. I mean, that's what I like. Yeah, fuck Pam Bondi. That shit pissed me off so much. Like, y'all should really look that up. And if you're not as mad as me, fuck Pam Bondi. I'm gonna say that. That's gonna be my phrase for the week, or until we find something better. Until I find something better for the rest of the week. That's what it is. If people are like, oh, you're all surprised and all that. I'm not surprised about anything. I'm surprised we as Americans are just letting this shit go down like it is. That is so. That's the part that surprised me. Because it was and I think I'm going to use the word correctly. And I'm saying, fuck Pam Bondi. I think I'm going to use the word correctly. What I think, oh, no, this man got beef out here. I'm getting away from him. Yo. I don't know what you did down there, bro, but let me regroup right real fast. I went down there, it was like 3 of them Johns. Oh, my bad. So, let me just go. I need that cat bed. I actually needed that cat bed for my chicken. So, let me see what I got. Back. I don't know what beef this man was. Fuck Pam Bondi. With the old okey doke. Oh, go. Come on, bro. Fuck, I'm dead. No, I'm not. Fuck these guys. Fuck Pam Bondi. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. There's too many of them. I gotta reload. Yeah, I'm dead. Anyway, I don't know what that dude started down there. It was like 3 or 4 of them motherfuckers. Bonafide, what happened? What you start up down here? These niggas is out here. I don't care. I got my cat bed. Anyway, that's all I wanted was the cat bed. Anyway, so then we got a man who put the biggest scum in the world in place to run our government. You got the guy who had ExxonMobil, he's the head of the... Let's see. You got the guy who's a great surgeon become the head of the Department of Housing because he was black. Let's keep that 1,000. That's the only reason he's the head, because he was a black man. That's if that ain't racist, I don't know what is. What does that man know about housing? Surprisingly, housing has not been that bad lately, and he might have known more than we thought, but I don't think it's because of him. I think he just put people in place that knew what they were doing, like a smart person would do. So, can't really hate on him, but that was not somebody you should have put in that place. He then had Steve Bannon in place. He got kicked out. This man put in, what is the name? He put in so many people. It's just like a kerfuffle right now, because they would come in. It was like a revolving door. People would get in, get out. Sean Spicer, get in, get out. It was just like, I don't know who's in there anymore. And he said drain the swamp. He did drain the swamp. And now we just looking at all the fucking alligators. It's disgusting what this motherfucker did. Oh, and then that's why I'm pissed. Like, and then you have the nerve to put in this chick Pam Bondi, who doesn't really. She's a. I can't say those words about a woman, but she's there because she's technically a woman, and that sounds bad, but in her case, it's exactly what it is, and they know it, and that's why these files crack me up a little bit because she might have some stuff to do with that because at one point she said, "Hey, we have the files, blah 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 blah." Everybody's like, "Oh, we got the files," and then she was like, "They're on my desk," and we were like, "Oh, she's got the files on her desk," and then she goes on the fucking thing and goes, "We don't have any files." What do you mean you don't have any files? You just said you had files. You said they were on your desk. You were going to be reading over, but we don't have those. So maybe she's in it somewhere. Maybe. I don't completely know, but I feel like she's in it. Prickly Pears. That's an allegation. That's allegedly. That I don't know. But the rest of this stuff, I'm like, sheesh. Come on. Why are we? What are we doing here? This is the worst decision she could have. It makes me upset. I know I'm playing Arc Raiders. I'm trying to have a good time and get my fucking mind off of that. But like, the fudge, man. What the hell is going on with this woman? And I'm playing by myself, really, because I'm going to keep talking. I know somebody might be like, shut the fuck up, we're about to get shot. I don't give a fuck. But, I'll bring out, it's moderate. Let's break one out. Yeah, it's just crazy, the stuff going on in our world that's happening and what's about to happen, and many people are so blind. They're watching a freaking Super Bowl, and while these people are dancing in our face, and heads up, you watch the Super Bowl, this man raised a flag for every country. Shouts out to him. But the whole point is, we like immigrants, we do, but we're not trying to bring all of them over. Which means we gotta keep it real. Some of them gotta go. But the craziest part about it is, since it's a free country, they have time to get in. Like, they can get in. We will allow them in. Just follow the proper protocol. Which, hey, that's what people get visas for, to get time over here. If you don't follow the proper protocol, you get sent home. So we even give you time over here before you get your passport and license. So I'm not hating on the idea of immigration and how it works. I'm hating on the idea that I feel like our government doesn't know how it works. Like, that's the part that I'm like, I don't think they get how this works. You kind of have to let them over here. And that's how they become citizens. But you need them to come over here. That's how this works. But if they don't follow the protocol, yeah, they do get sent back. But you get how this works? Like, so they're jumping the gun. They're attacking people in the wrong situations. They're going after people that sometimes you might be right. You get a couple. But every clock is right, what, twice a day? It's just how it works. So, it's bad. That's why I'm like, I can't even trust my government. I should have bought it. I wish I had a wolf pack on. I thought, I'll leave that. I'm not going to bring it out for this one. It's just something, man. Like, I just find it disturbing that all the stuff I'm talking about, all the stuff I've been talking about, my cousin is vouching for. We used to watch the Boondocks, and I'm telling her how all this stuff is real. Then you have to get into the other part that has to be real, and that's the part that I'm trying to tiptoe around, because this is be a belief system over reality. Like, it's an idea. Like you just gotta tiptoe around it because there's no proper proof, and we'll never have proper proof. But the more we dig in, the deeper we go in, the only proper proof that could happen would be like the end of the world. And that's why I'm like tiptoeing around some of it. So bear with me a little bit how I'm speaking. If you guys want me to actually address it, I will, because I feel like I have no problem addressing certain things. But I also don't want to address things that people don't want to talk about. If you get my drift. Fuck Pam Bondi. Fuck Pam Bondi. Yo. Oh. Dude. The stuff she said just bad. Anyway, and this is my original opinion, by the way. If somebody feels like you can negate my opinion on this, we can talk about it. That's one thing about America. If you feel like she was in the right for everything she said, we can talk about it. I don't think she was right for anything she said. I feel the way she addressed everything was the most disgusting and disturbing way you could have addressed it. And you're talking to Congress. Oh, another toaster. You're up on Capitol Hill. You're not just talking to, like, honestly, the president. Ooh, Berry City Key. Put some stuff away. Another toaster. Take that. Another toaster. I got all three. Damn, I was looking for you last night. What the fuck? Couldn't find a toaster last night. So yeah, this is just aggressive the way I feel about this situation. Like, I'm saying aggressive as I'm coming towards it, like very harsh. But I just watched, so. But anyway, so back to all the conspiracy theories. I'm just going to open up a little bit on that. Since we are finding out a lot of conspiracy theories are real, and I know a lot of things are real, with the conspiracy theories happen, anybody got an opinion on any of it? Anybody think like certain things are just, oh wow, that's crazy? Or you think like some things have now come to light that we need to address? Like, Adam, you pointed out part of it already. His bank account was named Bob. Do you think, like, as a joke, he could have been like, oh, I'm the devil. And he'd be like, oh, that's crazy, he's the devil. But I think it's very much deeper than that, because he had a makeshift Kaaba on the top of his island where he did all of his sexual heinous acts. They actually said they were performing rituals. We didn't know they were doing that, but we never put our finger on it. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Like, literally, that's what they're doing. And now that that's opened up something, there's another can of worms nobody's talking about. So I've already pointed out the can of worms with Bill Gates, and he's supposed to be helping with these pharmacies and all this stuff, but he has to go to Jeffrey Epstein to get his gonorrhea medicine to drug his wife. What type of pharmacist are you? Sorry. Then, since we're talking about that with the Bill Gates part, are we going to talk about the religion part? And how they've been manipulating religion? With Catholicism and all this other stuff? And actual factual, and people be like, well, it's the Bible. I've read the Bible. The Bible has none of the stuff that is going on in religion right now. None of that stuff is in the Bible. I'm going to say that right now. I'm going to say all of that right now. And some people are like, well, I don't believe in the Bible. That's a religious thing. Okay, cool. You know your government is based in that, right? Like, when you go on a stand, you swear on the Bible. So even if you don't believe in it, you better believe in America. So therefore, you believe in the oath that God promised. Anybody think about that? That's a scary thought, ain't it? We can be in a country where you're free to be non-religious until it comes down to a legal act or your governmental paperwork. Now we're religious again. Has anybody ever thought about that? Jeffrey Epstein is doing rituals with demonic rituals. This guy is running the country. He knows more stuff than any of us could ever know, and he's doing it with top politicians. Anybody thinking about that? Anybody think even down to, if you were to join a fraternity or sorority, what happens? And you might be like, what are you talking about? Think about that. You make an oath. You don't think about that? On everything. You made oaths. So it's all religious. To commit to an oath, there has to be a religious act under God, correct? To believe in our money, it has to be one nation under God. It's on the paperwork. But what God is that? Now that we've figured out some stuff there, what God is these politicians actually getting us to secretly worship? That's what I'm realizing is going on too. I've been on that page a little bit anyway. That's conspiracy. But now I'm like, we watching the Super Bowl. Isn't the Super Bowl just like a Roman Coliseum? And yeah, it sounds like a conspiracy again, but this is in the documents. This is the shit that Pam Bondi said don't worry about. This is the shit that Pam Bondi was like, I'm not apologizing to a victim. Fuck them documents. Pam Bondi said this shit. So if she's saying this shit, and the shit is in the documents, what are we really saying? Is anybody thinking about that? Like, what is going on right now? I'm playing Arc Raiders, and I'm sitting here like, this might be, who knows? I could be playing my future. This or Cyberpunk, either way, it's not good. It's not good. This is where we're heading. We're heading to either this type of future or a Cyberpunk future. They're two ends of the spectrum. And you might think I'm reading too deep into it. I'm not. So far, they're doing it to us on purpose, and it's in the document. They talked about time travel, people. Has anybody actually read those documents? I'm pretty sure most people haven't. I haven't read all of it. It's a lot. I've glimpsed at it. I've gone on the website CoffeeZilla's put up. I've checked the DOJ website. So I have looked into this stuff. I'm not just sitting here talking to you. That's why I gave you all the background on my history. I've been looking at conspiracy theories since a child, since 9/11, since I helped Obama become president, since the time I found out who John Kerry was. Yes, I've been looking at this stuff for years. So the little stuff that nobody talks about is the stuff we need to talk about. The stuff that they're not addressing because they're brushing that stuff under the rug. Okay, we know about the trafficking and the SA and the CP and all that other stuff, but y'all didn't do anything about that. Okay, let's talk about the stuff we're not talking about. Are y'all brainwashing us into another religion? We are a cult. I get it, it's a culture, but even the churches are doing crazy stuff. Hold on 1 second. Oh, what's up, buddy? Fuck Pam Bondi. Good shit. Fuck Pam Bondi. Seriously. But yeah, is anybody else paying attention to that? It's like, if they're controlling the media, they're controlling, and they've been doing it. We already know about the media, but we know about the food. We know about, he had something to do with the food now. We're finding out. Like, this man has tapped into, this is why I said biblically, all the, what are they, the 12 circles, the 12 crowns? He's tapping into that. Religiously, that's when I'm like, this is creepy. All right, take all the good shit. That's cool. He deserved it, though. He found it. So even the stuff we watch is talking about this stuff. You know, it's all there. It's all right there. And Pam Bondi, literally, that's really why it's making me mad. I don't think people realize how pissed I am. You gave us the documents and then said, don't worry about it. So that's not even just, imagine, I'm 37 years old. So for 24 years. About 24 years, I've been like researching, studying, figured out R. Kelly, been knew about Diddy, and a couple people that walked away free. The game is walking away spotless, but it's just he's such a liar that nobody believes him anyway. But there's so many people that just walked away without being touched. And I have to be cool with that. I'm cool with that because I feel like y'all went after the head person who was doing most of the dirt. But there's always a bigger person. So if Epstein's dead or whatever they're saying right now, then who's running this shit? Somebody's running shit. Business as usual, right? What's up? Fuck Pam Bondi. Fuck Pam Bondi. Fuck Pam. Alright, what's that, bro? Oh, yeah, drop that shit. Research this. Missed the bag. It's cool, I got it. You're not there anyway. Oh. Yeah, he took smart man. He deserves it. Anyway, because I'm too busy. My cat is just Gizmo. This cat big as shit. Look how big this cat is. Big ass cat. I'm 6'1", by the way. It's a big fucking thing. So, yeah, fuck Pam Bondi, for real, like, should I protect him? Yeah, I'll protect you. You don't even see that drone behind you. Oh yeah, you didn't even open the gate. What the fuck? What the fuck? But I ain't get shit there. Yeah. Like that. Yeah. Take that thing. Ooh. That away. Get the fuck over here. Yeah, fuck Pam Bondi. I'm gonna be screwing that for a while. Oh, I'm not deep into politics, but I'm deep into what goes on and over. And that shit hurt. You know, as an American, that we sit here and let people do that shit. That's wild. Like, who wants to be an American? What up, bro? Fuck Pam Bondi. Yep. Yep. So, that's so crazy. It's so crazy. I'm screaming out. Okay, what is going back? So then, thank you guys whoever's watching. Sorry it sounds like a political rant. It is not a political rant. I'm just very into it. That was crazy. That was crazy. Damn, I do need to feel more stitches. But I had a TikTok. Left. How many more do I need? Oh, 3 more. Let me see. Fabric. Cooling film. So, yeah, that's a little bit of my story with America and how I look at it. I can go a little deeper, but I'm not trying to. I'm trying to still play a video game. But yeah, I could go. Man, think about that religion one I just told you. Really think about that. Like seriously think about that. Because religion is something very powerful, and people confuse religion with man-made belief. And in some ways, I get where that comes from. But like everything else, for a man-made belief to exist, there has to be a belief that wasn't created by man. Like, I look at it as AI. For AI to create something, man has to already create it. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, just let me know. But when I was talking about the religion part, these people are worshiping something. They're all worshiping something. All these stupid ass elites. Fuck. Pam Bondi. Like, yo, fuck her. Like, seriously, fuck Pam Bondi. I wish I could name this stream right now. Fuck Pam Bondi. But I can't. Seriously, though, that. Oh, that's right, I got an Osprey. Let's see what else I got. Parts level 3. I need a sentinel phone, advanced weapon parts. I can get the advanced weapon parts from the trader, right?
Sorry, busy day.
Heavy guns, complex guns, mediums.
Sorry, didn't see you coming.
Screen, there we go.
Okay then.
Advanced weapon parts. I feel like I've seen somebody try to sell me them. They probably did. It switches every 4 hours. It's actually a good thing. I might be able to get that shit some other time. But yeah, let's try to see if I can do some of this stuff up there.
I got my hands full, so no rush with that distiller. Would be great to finish my snap.
Buried City, visit the barricade area on the 6th. Yeah.
Don't forget about Stella Montes. That place isn't going to investigate itself, you know.
Alright, first we're going to do
I've been
a
pestering
bit of
Tianwen
Buried
for a
City
while now.
space travel thing. Okay, let's go Buried City. Let's repair this. Fuck Pam Bondi. Oh, you'll stay there. I'm going to Buried City. That's right. And take 4 should be enough. Grenades. I need grenades. Always bring grenades. No, I know what I bring. One wolf pack. One more. One proximity. Oh, shit. That was it. Alright. Think about that really. That I want people to actually like research and look that stuff up. Because okay, it's gonna come off offensive to some people. And it's not truly offensive if you understand the original meaning of it. But that idea of praying to ancestors is demonic. And I'm not going to say it's demonic just because, well, it is demonic because it goes against the opposite of the book. But I'm going to say it from a level that's just very surface. Not, I mean, God is always involved in it, obviously. But I'm not going to try to go too deep into the Christian religious aspect or even the Jewish aspect or, in some cases, the Muslim aspect. But the reason praying to the ancestors is demonic is because even in the original idea of your ancestors going up and watching over you, they're going to a place to watch over you. Meaning they answer to somebody. So when they originally even had the idea of praying to your ancestors, it was the idea because your ancestors could intercede for you. Because you can't speak to somebody on another plane or another realm. But your ancestors who are connected to you can. And that was the original idea of praying to the ancestors, even in the Native American lore. Because there was always somebody above it. Even in the lore, almost like you can look at Black Panther. When Black Panther is very into some darker stuff that we need. I mean, we don't even talk about it, but he went and talked to his father. His father was connected to other ancestors. So they were all on a connective tree, meaning that there was no, they didn't really pray to their ancestors. Whereas a lot of people today think they're praying to an ancestor. And the jacked up part about it is that person, even if you wanted to make a play on it, isn't a real ancestor. It's not a real person. So therefore, even those ideas of praying to an ancestor are false. Now, getting to where I was getting back to the Pam Bondi stuff, They're dealing with the stuff that would probably be what those ancestors are connected to in the thought of prayer too. Let me rephrase that. They're praying to the same people you think you're praying to, but they actually know who they are. They actually know who Basset really is, or they know who Saint Peter really is, or they know you get my drift. So the idea of praying to somebody has always been on an intercessory plane. Now, with all of that being the case, even down to, then again, I'll be studying this stuff, even down to African lore, and what's the spider's name? I know the spider's name. I know the spider in African lore's name. It wasn't originally a spider. It wasn't originally a demon. It wasn't originally any of that. It came down from something else. Those who would have, hey, damn, that sucks, bro. You ain't got nothing anyway. Somebody lit you up. I mean, there's somebody shooting around me. But those who went against that idea were basically, you know, they knew what it really was, is what I'm getting at. Gotta go to, it was space travel book. I'm so far from the space travel book. Anybody want to see how far I can get? Let's go. So those ideas, even that, like I was getting to, praying to ancestors, praying to saints, they're all connected back to something else outside of the real God. Now, the thing is, who's the real God? I have an idea. I believe some people have ideas. I think that's a conversation that should be spoken about. But in this sense that we're going into right now, I think that those people were just praying to the alternative of that purposely. Because they're aware of what is real. If they get my drift, like, oh, it's almost like purposeful rebellion. And that's why I say go back and read the Bible, go back and read. Honestly, your Quran is going to put you right back to the Bible. Go back and read all of it. I say read all of it. But you'll get what I'm saying if you read all of it. It'll bring you back to one point. And then you can even look at other religions, down to Scientology, and you can see that everything is just manipulated from one other religion. And then you follow it back, follow it back, and follow it back, and you'll end up at a place where you start to question, because you always end up with just two sides. That's where I'm getting to. There's always two sides. You can go try to make it three. It's always going to be one side or the other, because you cannot have a bias in it. The third person can't play you can't play a middle ground. And that's why I'm saying fuck Pam Bondi. You can't play a middle ground. You choose a side, you stay on it. There's never a third side for a reason. So when you see all these sides start to appear, they're falling from one place. And that's what I'm getting at. They're purposely falling from one place. Shit, I don't think I'm gonna make it out of here. I might. Let's see. Hey, I'm friendly. Fuck Pam Bondi. So, yeah, it's all falling from one side or the other. I know it sounds like a little rant, but oh, what the fuck? Whoa. Whew. Tuck and roll. I'll take it. Yeah, so it comes from one side or the other. And that's what makes a lot of the stuff going on very weird, because I get it, we play those sometimes. Are you stuck? Oh, you're stuck, little buddy. Give me a second, I'll free you. Yeah, so that's why I can't stand this broad. And she knows what's going on. That's what I was getting at with that part. They all know what's going on. Oh, they all know what's going on. So when you get back to The idea that somebody is aware of what that is, like the one, I'm not gonna say, yeah, it's the one true God. When somebody's aware of what the one true God is, because guess what? They're all fucking lag. Done. Catch me. Fuck. This lag is killing me. Wait, is this open? Can I get in here? No, it's locked off. Get out of here. Yeah, I might have to get out of here. I got 10 minutes left. Man, there's a lot of shit in here. What is this? That mod, that beat fool. Alright, yeah, I'll get the fuck out of here. Let's see, I got 11 minutes over here.
Let's head home at the northern station.
I'll show you exactly what the fuck out of here. Damn, don't give a fuck about that. I'm letting this boy go. Woo! 3 birds, 1 stone. Damn, get the fuck out of here. Oh, where's the subway? Where's the subway? Get this buried. Sorry, I'm trying to get out of here. Sorry if I'm a little scatterbrained. I'll tell you in a second what I was talking about. Let me get the fuck out of here.
An armed orbiter is en route. The safe window is closing. You have 10 minutes to return to Speranza. I repeat, 10 minutes.
Fuck Pam Bondi. Let's get out of here. Fuck Pam Bondi. Fuck Pam Bondi. There's the sword. I was in the right direction. I was moving. Oh, get out of here. What's up, little guys? I see you. No, behind you. Damn, I got 17 bullets left. Yeah, I had to get out. Come on, come on, come on. Let me holla at you. Yeah, fuck Pam Bondi. That's all you're gonna hear me say for a while, man. Can't believe she said that. That was crazy. I think Bill Clinton was supposed to get up there and speak too. And he's gonna get on stand. I don't know what he doing. Bill Clinton is a wild card. A bunch of people like he part of the system. I think he part of the system only because of his wife. That man is a wild card. I think they all wild cards, but I think he more like, I don't know. We'll see. That man's something else. I'm holding it open for anybody who wants to hop in because I know how that feels. So anyway, fuck Pam Bondi. All them people running together. I don't even want to call them elites. They ain't elites. They scumbags. Just everything that's happening is just ridiculous. No conspiracy theories anymore. That's what I'm getting at. We're going to talk about the brainwashing, all of it. I've watched Stranger Things. MK Ultra's true. Like, what are we doing here? Like, everything is real. It's like I live in Alice in Wonderland world. Like, that shouldn't be happening. None of that should be happening, man. Like, what the? So, Thank you guys for joining me as always. I'm still here. I'm holding the door open for anybody who wants to walk in. You know. Here, I'm gonna put my gun away just in case somebody might think I'm trying to shoot him. I ain't trying to shoot nobody. So yeah, thinking about that, do you guys think that these people figured out or are purposely worshiping the devil? And to be purposely, forcefully worshiping the devil, there's another side. There has to be another side. That's what I'm getting at. To get into this stuff, there has to be another side. So if one person worships, you know, Baphomet, Baal, however you want to, whatever you want to call it, that means biblically all the stuff is correct. And then people be like, well, that's just him. How do you know he's correct? I feel like somebody as deep and as dark and as far down as he is, he has some answers we don't. And I feel like he makes Aleister Crowley, yes, that guy. He makes Aleister Crowley look like Uncle Ruckus. Like he's just such a follower. Oh, we pray to him. That's what we do. And they're just like, yep. Like that's about it. Like I feel like that's how dark that this guy is. And that's such a disturbing thought. To think that somebody's going that far, that he has. And if you know what Crowley's done, it's like he might have just been even down to Elena Bravanovich, whatever the heck her name is. They might have just been like the bottoms, like so far down the bottom. Like they'd be like, oh, they created this, they created this. I don't think they created anything. I think they were the people that got used to be the scapegoat to the creation of what we have. Does that make sense? Like they were the scapegoats, and we can read and talk about them purposely because they let them put out books and all that stuff. And they're really the ones that were just like, they're so stupid. Let them write and talk about whatever they want. Nobody's going to understand or really grasp what they're doing. And here we are with this man who's literally has an island, who is like, Aleister Crowley bought a mansion in Ireland, and it is demonic and all that stuff. And the guy from, I forget the band, Led Zeppelin, I think it's Led Zeppelin, went up there and his kid died. Oh, there's a bunch of crap with that. You can look that up. That really happened. And then there's this guy who is 100 times more. He's just playing around with it. It's like a walk in the park thing. Like that's the creepy part. So I'm like, I don't even know what to make of this stuff. Like I've already dug into Aleister Crowley and all that stuff, and I've dug into, like I said, all the elites and all the little. This guy is right now, dude. When you affected microtransactions for video games, if that don't tell you he's on a whole nother level, I don't know what does. And that's why I'm like, I like, what the fuck? Like, he has to be further into everything. Like the stuff we're not, like the occult stuff. Like he's probably the leader of all of them. When the fraternity people answer to somebody, it's probably up there with him or whoever's above him. Because you know there's somebody above him. There's always somebody above somebody. And then you walk into the devil. The one that's been here so long you can't go above. And that's the shit that scares me. Oh, they got the queen out. Like, how do you go above that? Like, it's so dark. I can't even wrap my head around it. That's how dark it is. And this is the stuff that Pam Bondi is defending. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. He was higher than the Rothschilds, bro. How do you like kidding you know how we used to be like, oh, the Illuminati's ran by the Rothschilds and the Vanderbilts and he's above them. like, how do you even grasp what comes after that? I'll bring this coffee. I like throwing this joint around. That's what I mean. Like, how do you, like, I can't wrap my head around. Oh, the limited pack. Where's my fireboy? Yeah, you're here to do specific things, like you just said. When you're that high up, the only reason you're here is to do specific things. You're working at that point probably with the devil. And for those people, you can look this up too. Anybody knows who Armie Hammer is? He's the actor who got kicked out of Hollywood for biting a woman and claiming he ate people. Right? If you look up who he's connected with, his grandfather and his great-grandfather were literally the people running Russia. They were KGB spies. They became cool with the elites. There's people that said they were used to just walk into the White House. That's the people that are above those people we're talking about. And that's why I'm like, go read this guy's story, Armie Hammer. And when you think about it now, it does make sense. He's like, oh, eating people, that sounds crazy. He might have been actually eating people because he was raised eating people. Does that make sense to people? Like, how do you put that into words? Like, what? And he probably is like, oh, I slipped by accident. Because that's how rich they were. Four generations, probably higher. They were getting paid because his great-great-grandfather and his grandfather, possibly his father, were blackmailing politicians. Jared Kushner, his father is Robert Kushner. Man has been to jail already. He already did his time. He's now the ambassador of a U.S. ambassador for France. This is Robert Kushner, Jared Kushner's father, the guy who's married to Donald Trump's daughter. This guy went to jail for political interference. He was the one who wanted to get the Clintons, basically in the office, and they did. They got in the office. So he just went to jail for it, but everything he wanted actually happened. These are the people we're not talking about. These are the little things that are going on that nobody's putting their finger on. And it sounds conspiratorial. But hey, Netflix has already done a documentary on it, and so is HBO. So when I say these things, I'm not just saying them. Go watch the documentary. I'm basically we're giving a review at this point. That's what I'm like, it's not even a thing. Sorry, y'all think I'm just talking. I'm trying to open up my caches and shit. Seeing what I can get rid of. I'm just selling shit. Fuck it. I'm running into so much stuff in this game. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I'm gonna sell all this. Like, it's crazy how dark and deep this rabbit hole goes. It's such a disturbing thought. But this is what we have in the world. Oh. Nothing I did just say what? That's crazy. Hold on. Get all my stuff back. At least I know what I'm getting this time. I should bring that out. Bring out the smoke. I always pop the smoke. I should bring way more smoke. I never do. I just be tripping. Damn, I didn't even sell the stuff I sold. That's crazy. At least we know where we're going with it. Yeah, so that's something, and that's why I'm just so mad at it. And then, not to talk about, did anybody hear about the evaporation shit they created on some Dr. Evil shit? So we not gonna talk about that either. Like, what do you mean I don't have no plastic parts? There's plastic parts right there. What the fuck? I might have to hold on 1 second. I don't know what's going on. Sorry.